So today I want us to focus on the psychology of passing interviews. I prepare candidates for interviews, and some come for interviews at my office, and people are always interested with how do I pass interviews. So today I have 3 tips for you. The number one thing you need to pay attention to is the job description. I always tell my clients, my candidates, that by the time you're going for an interview, please pay attention to the job description. I'm normally amazed by how many candidates come to the interview room and they have not paid attention to the job description. They take it for granted. Simply because your current job title is, let's say, business development manager, and you're attending a business development manager interview at firm X, it doesn't mean that what you do is what the employer is looking for. So you have to pay attention to the job description. Tick it. In fact, I'll tell you, print out, go through each and every point. Okay? Get to understand, get to internalize. What are they looking for? What are the main concerns? And the best thing with job description, look at the first 4 or 5 points. That should be the highlight. Those are the most important points. So step number 1, when you want to pass interviews, pay attention to the job description. Point number 2, and a lot of you make this assumption, is your CV. Why? I've been in interviews where I just look at the candidate CV, I ask them a question from the CV, and you'll be surprised. A lot of them, they stare at me blankly, They gave me that blank stare like, I'm reading something they've never heard about. Get to understand your CV in out. Every and each entry that you put there, you need to understand, such that if the interviewer asks you something from the CV, then you'll be able to answer. Now, when you also look at the CV, don't just stop there. Don't look at what you've done in the past or currently and end there. No. If I were you, I would compare my CV and the job description and to see where there's a match. If the job description requires you to grow business by 30%, then in your CV, look at an entry where you showed that you had actually increased the business by a certain percentage. If the job description requires you to do statutory returns, if you're an accountant, then I would expect you in your CV, you also have something that highlights that. A CV is not there to get you a job. A CV is to get you an interview. And it is during an interview where you're able to showcase how your CV or how your experience that is in your CV matches with the job description. The third thing that you need to pay attention to is the company that is interviewing you. Okay? So who are they? Which sector? Which industry? Which challenges are they going through? Where are the opportunities? What is the latest news? So research. Don't just look at the mission and the vision. In fact, even the people interviewing you, they probably don't know their mission and vision, or they can't remember it well. So focus on the things that add value. What are their products? What are their services? Where is their location? Have they been in the news? If they've been in the news, what has it been? But obviously focus on the positive. So if I were you, I would take time to prepare. Get to understand the company well. Before you go to Google and look at the most common interview questions for sales and marketing or for an accountant, I would rather you go to the company website and get to know them well. So when it comes to passing interviews, there are only 3 things you need to really focus on. Number 1, the job description. This is where all the questions you come from. I repeat, 90% of the questions you ask in an interview will come from the job description. Then the remainder will be from your CV and about the company, about the sector, about the industry, and how you are a good fit. So you want to make sure you meet the expectations of the interviewer such that any answer you give resonates with what they are looking for. So that's the psychology of winning interviews. And if you'd want personalized help, We do offer interview preparation, coaching services, and there's a link below that you can check, and see you soon. You can also subscribe to our channel and you'll be receiving weekly tips on how to advance in your career.